Big Perk gracing your TV screen. A little late, but worth the wait. That's for sure, sir. Did you hear anything that Stephen A was saying? I'm assuming you did. And we'll stay in the West, then we'll get back to your Celtics. What do you think the chances are the Mavs push the series to a Game 7?
I think they have a 50% chance. And how you doing this morning, Molly? Yes, I've been listening to Stephen A for the last 11 minutes, okay? And yes, he's been striking a nerve. Look.
That ain't my fault.
Yeah, whatever,
I had to speak to make sure I gave you time to get on the show.
Well, I can't help it that you spoil and you only got to go 0.5 miles away from your hotel, Mr. Stephen A. Hey, I can't help that. But listen.
Actually, it's 0.8. It's 0.8. But go ahead.
Who's counting?
Hey, whatever, man. Hey, listen, here's the thing about the Dallas Mavericks, right? When you think about Luka Doncic and you think about his mindset, you think about like his mentality, he don't give a damn. You could drop him anywhere in America and he's ready to play and he's going to adapt to the culture or adapt to the environment. And so when I think about what he brings, not only at home, but on the road, he's giving me those Giannis Antetokounmpo type vibes where it's like he's not going down without swinging. And a dangerous Luka Doncic along with a Jalen Brunson, and if you could get anything out of Spencer Dinwiddie, I definitely think the Dallas Mavericks is going to come in there tonight and win this game and push it to a Game 6. I have the Warriors winning in 7, but I will tell you this, the way that Jason Kidd have that locker room believing, I know they down 3-1, but the way that Jason Kidd is inspiring that locker room, I wouldn't just say that this series is over tonight. Matter of fact, I'm not saying it's over tonight. Matter of fact, I'm saying the Dallas Mavericks will win this game tonight.
I appreciate you bringing a bit of levity to the show and making me laugh this early in the morning because it ain't going past 5, so it damn sure ain't going 7. This series is over tonight, okay? And you talk about Luka Doncic and he ain't having it and all of this other stuff. You know what? He don't care. Well, guess what? The Warriors don't care that he doesn't care. I don't care that he doesn't care. Most people don't care that he doesn't care because Luka can't do it by himself. We know he's a superstar. We know he's a big-time baller. And, again, his supporting cast has had their moments. The Jalen Brunsons of the world has earned themselves some huge money down the line, and he deserves it, okay? Spencer Dinwiddie has shown up over the last couple of games, and so Dorian Finney-Smith has had his moments at times throughout these playoffs. But in the end, when you're talking about going up against the Golden State Warriors, particularly at the Chase Center in San Francisco, you know, the second home, the one that replaced the Oracle, it's gonna be a little bit different. Dallas will be competitive. They won't embarrass themselves, but they're going home tonight. They're going on vacation. It ends tonight. Not 7, not Game 7. It ends tonight.
Did you just not say that you haven't been liking what you've have been seeing from the Warriors of late?
Yes.
Didn't you just say that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what just gives you the ultimate confidence that they're going to close this game out? Let me remind you last series. Hold on. Let me remind you last series without Ja Morant when they went into Memphis. I thought they was going to close the series out. I thought they was going to send the Memphis Grizzlies home. No Ja Morant, and they got beat. And they got beat almost by 50. By 50.
They were down by 55.
So I don't just have. Okay, but I don't just have belief that they're just going to send them home, and I definitely don't have belief that Luka Doncic and Jason Kidd is not going to go in that building with the mindset of getting a win tonight. That's what I'm telling you.
I would remind you, Kendrick Perkins, that you and I were on TV the morning of that game against Memphis. And even without Ja Morant, I had picked Memphis to win that game and then lose in Game 6. Even without Ja Morant, I felt that the Memphis Grizzlies were going to beat them in that Game 5. I didn't know Golden State were going to be down by 55. That was new to me, but I knew that Golden State was going to lose that game. The Dallas Mavericks are not the Memphis Grizzlies. They're just not. And so when I look at them, they have nothing. They have no interior deterrent whatsoever. All right, they don't have anybody to crash the boards. They don't have a rim protector. They don't have somebody on that front court to make life difficult in the interior for the Golden State Warriors, thereby forcing them to, really to rely and completely depend on their perimeter shooter. They don't have what the Memphis Grizzlies have in Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Clark. And so because of that, I think that the Warriors are going to be able to score with relative ease. Luka Doncic probably going to have 45 tonight, for crying out loud. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm just saying it ain't going to be enough, because regardless of how much the Golden State Warriors have struggled in my eyes, they're going to do enough to beat the Dallas Mavericks. What they got to worry about is them Boston Celtics that are coming down the pike. That's what they got to worry about. They ain't got to worry about Dallas.
Perk, after you respond, let's get to the East, because I want to get your take on last night.
What the Dallas Mavericks had enough to beat beat the best team in the NBA, in the Phoenix Suns.
So
they had enough to do that. They had
I thought
enough
the Warriors
to
were going to do that.
CP3.
Remember that?
Okay, but I'm just saying they had enough to beat CP3, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton.
The Phoenix Suns ain't Golden State.
I'm just saying, a team that has 60-plus wins, a team that has 60-plus wins.
But what did I tell you?
I don't remember everything that you said. At the end of the day,
You seen the Warriors. You remember the stuff you want to remember about me. You remember the stuff when I say something and you got me wrong. You remember those things.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.